we just made it through security at the Milan. No, we're not in Milan yet.
In the rest of the vlog, we do actually make it to Milan.
So we're now through security at the Porto airport. It took about 30 minutes from when we arrived on the metro to when we were checked our bag and through security. We're now sitting at a random gate because our gate doesn't even open for another like 45 minutes, I guess. But I was the one who wanted to get here super early so we didn't miss our flight. And then security wasn't that long.
Stumbled across these free arcade games, which really helped pass the time.
We decided to move to a different area closer to the other EasyJet gates because apparently our flight's at 1:50, but the gate isn't set until 1:10. So that gives us 10 minutes from when we get the gate number to when the doors close for boarding. And that makes me a little nervous. So we're trying to hang out close to where our gate will probably be. So they gave us our gate early, which means we're heading back right where we came from because it is not where we thought the rest of the EasyJet gates were. So we're finally boarding our flight at 1:05 for a 1:50 flight. I'm really excited because this time I get to use my Portuguese ID card instead of my passport. So if you're in the back of the plane, you have to board via the stairs. But if you're in the front of the plane, you get to board via a gate, like a tunnel.
Honestly, the flight itself wasn't too bad. I just hunkered down and read so much of a book that I really wanted to read called The Ivory Key. It's part of a fantasy duology, and it's so good. I finished about half the book on the flight. Once we landed in Milan, we took a shuttle to the arrivals section of the airport and baggage claim, and I was convinced that that was not my bag, but spoiler alert, it was.
We just got our bag within like 20 seconds of arriving to baggage claim. So now I guess we walk through customs to tell them we haven't brought anything into the country. And then we go the metro.
Of course, one of the hardest parts upon arriving was finding the right path to the metro in the airport.
So it smells really good, and now I'm hungry. Ooh, there's a Christmas tree.
After getting distracted by all of the Christmas lights, we continued our journey through the airport to the metro, and I realized that the Olympics were coming to Milan very shortly, and to be honest, I didn't even remember they were this year.
So we got 3-day metro cards, and we're already on our way to the center and our hotel.
Honestly, it was super easy to navigate the metro in Milan, and I felt like a pro, except for when I got distracted by some of the cool floors that were in the stations. Also, I'm not gonna lie, one of my biggest fears is my card would tap and I wouldn't open the turnstile in time, and I would be stuck in the metro waiting for a guard that was like never there.
So we made it to the correct train station, and now we are going to the hotel. We definitely left from the wrong exit. Okay. So we made it to the hotel, got a little bit lost on the walk here. Not lost, but just took longer than it should have. Okay, we're going to dinner now.
We were staying near Centrale Station, and we were walking distance to the first restaurant we went to, which was La Columbria. We had reservations there, and it looked pretty good online. It was a completely vegan place, which we sometimes like to try because I'm lactose intolerant. I hadn't eaten since lunch, so I was pretty hungry by this point, and I started with a cappuccino with chocolate, which was amazing, but like not enough liquid. So I basically got an Italian small, and for food, my boyfriend got a spaghetti dish, and I got a plate of raviolis, which were absolutely delicious, but there were only 4 of them, so I was still starving by dessert, and we decided to get a testing plate, which came with 3 slices of cake and an espresso. We loved 2 out of the 3 flavors, but one of them just wasn't to our taste. Then we hopped back on the metro and went to a bar called Je suis Jambon, which is in the university area near Bicocca, and Je suis Jambon translates to I am pig in French. They had a pretty good selection of drinks and were incredibly nice, even when my dumb ass tried to order in Italian with, of course, not being able to know what they said when they responded. We just finished at the bar. The drinks were good, but they ran out of vodka, so I ended up getting wine, and he got a Cuba Libre. And now we're heading back to near the hotel, where I think we're gonna get McDonald's, because while the food at dinner tonight was good, it was not filling and the portion sizes were tiny. So I'm still a little bit hungry and I want french fries. We got very lost getting back to the metro from the bar, and luckily there were some really nice Italian guys in the street who helped point us in the right direction. We finally made it to the McDonald's near Centrale Station, where we got a meal that had a Tropicana juice, a burger, and some fries, and we also got two caramel McPops, which are like donuts. After the McDonald's trip, day one was a complete success.